What's up, movie fans? I just got out of seeing Truth or Dare, Blumhouse Productions. Not to be confused with, I guess, another movie called Truth or Dare. I'm literally right outside the movie theater. I'm just kind of giving my initial thoughts. Tyler Posey and Lucy Hale star in this film. Basically, on a whim, they take their final spring break as college students and go down to Mexico, as you should. Well, they encounter someone who brings them to this weird church type place that doesn't seem like a place you'd want to hang out, but they do. Well, they start playing a game called Truth or Dare, and it's silly stuff like Streak and all that. But then they ask, well, why'd you bring this young lady here? What are your intentions with her? And he says, well, I'm willing to let people I don't know die. And that is the start of the film, where it starts to get interesting. Without giving too much away, there's plenty of deaths and stuff spoiled in this movie trailer. I'll say it is an interesting film. Lucy Hale and Tyler Posey and the main 3 or 4 people in this film are pretty good at what they do. Like, you can tell that they're getting some experience. They get their sea legs underneath them, and I was really surprised. Some pretty good performances in here. Yes, there's some really cheesy moments, especially some of the effects towards the end of the film when they're kind of doing some quick sweeping shots. Not the best. When I looked it up, I briefly did a little bit of research. $3.5 million budget. $3.5 million is a lot of money to me, but in Hollywood, it's nothing. This movie's already made its budget and then some. It's almost made $40 million, which is, commendable when you consider it's a $3.5 million budget. And you can't really fault the film for that. You can fault the filmmakers for it, but I kind of am giving it a mild pass because it's just a minimal budget when you're spoiled rotten with a $300 million Transformers film. The graphics are going to look kind of crappy compared to that. But for what it is, for a $3.5 million movie, this movie, it gave me some enjoyment. It's just under 2 hours. It's not over long. There's some good character development in this horror movie. It's formulaic at certain aspects. You expect what's going to happen, and there's some surprises tweaked in here and there. I think that they were trying to do a more of a subdued horror film, and I wasn't petrified. I didn't jump at any moments, but I was intrigued and I was interested to see how the writing would go. It's written and directed by the guy who did Kick-Ass 2, and he's got a pretty interesting track record of films that he's written, produced, and directed. Mix and match those. It's an okay movie. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Definitely not the worst movie of the year. Winchester is probably that. I think it's worth checking out. I think if you have some children or people that are kind of